Hey, what's up guys, Chris here, back in No Man's Sky, and of course the Beyond update is out. It's massive and also quite buggy, as it was expected from a huge update like this. Of course, it causes a number of issues to a number of players, but do not worry, Sean Murray and Hello Games are on top of things. We have some brand new hotfixes coming up really soon. We also have a number of workarounds that you can apply in the meantime, and a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, so let's jump right in with everything we have so far. Anyway, earlier today, Sean Murray came in with a bunch of tweets pretty much acknowledging that these issues exist, as well as the fact that they are in the works and getting hotfixed really soon. So according to his tweets, a new build has been sent to the experimental branch on the PC with fixes for a number of issues experienced since release. This will go live to everyone on PC soon. As for the PS4 and Xbox versions of the game, they require Microsoft and Sony certification, which means you might have to wait a little bit longer if you're playing on the consoles until this update goes live, but in my experience it shouldn't last too long, like a few hours in between these versions of the game, so do not worry, eventually they will drop later today for everybody. Now the patch notes are as follows. We have fixes for a number of crashes occurring in the Nexus, fixed a rendering related crash, fixed out of memory issues, fixed an issue that could cause a crash when manipulating inventory in close proximity to a high number of players, fixed crashes affecting VR with super sampling mode enabled, fixed a situation where network connectivity issues could prevent players from speaking to NPCs aboard the space anomaly, another one for the issues where storage containers could not be accessed, and finally a crash affecting unsupported VR hardware. So this is what is currently on the experimental version of the game, but most probably there's going to be a lot more added as well, because there have been a number of these added as hours went by. As for the experimental branch itself, I have played around with it for quite a bit. I can definitely attest to the fact that it fixed about 99% of all of my issues. I'm not experiencing any more crashes on the Nexus, I can talk to the NPCs, I'm not having any problems, I can interact with other players, I'm not seeing any glitched players or players pretty much going in with like really distorted bodies or just teleporting from one place to another. This was an issue caused by the servers, I believe, pretty much being overwhelmed by the number of players. So it's pretty stable at this point, and there's a number of other fixes coming in as well. It's 10 out of 10 for me, hopefully it will drop soon for you as well, so you can resume playing normally and not have to deal with so many issues. Now if you're on the Steam version of the game and do want to access the experimental version of the game, first of all just back up your save files just in case, and once you do that, if you want to access the new update, go into the properties tab of your game and then go into the beta section and pretty much write this code over there, which is experimental written with a 3. Once you do that, you will have the new branch available to you, you can download it, and this will apply all of these fixes if you cannot wait for them. As for the other players, for the console players and everybody else who cannot access the experimental version or who do not want to do that, then there's a number of workarounds you can apply by the time you wait for the new update to drop. So I've talked about this in yesterday's video, but go ahead into the networks options in the pause menu and do yourself a favor and turn off the multiplayer. Disable it entirely and just wait for these fixes to go live, as these are the root cause for about 90% of all of the issues caused in terms of crashing, multiplayers, and all that kind of stuff. So just do yourself a favor and disable this. This has been the case for me. Once I disabled the multiplayer, it pretty much fixed all of my issues and I was not experiencing any more crashes. Outside of that, of course, don't forget to back up your save files just in case they can get broken, and even in my case it happened. So I'm lucky that I backed them up beforehand and wait for Hello Games to come up with later hotfixes for them as well. But again, as I was saying, the Beyond update is huge. This is what was expected from it. This is what always happens with these kinds of updates. They're pretty massive, so of course a lot of stuff can go wrong by the time it goes on the live version of the game. But this has been pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.